I've had this Draper oscillating bobbin sander for about 10 or 12 years now, and for the money it's been an absolutely brilliant bit of kit. However, just recently a problem has occurred with it, because when you turn it on, it doesn't really oscillate as it should. There is definitely a problem with it, and I need to sort it out. Now, I've done a little bit of research and I've been reliably informed that there are two drive belts in here that operate both the rotation and the oscillation, and from what I've been able to gather, one of those belts has broken, which has stopped it from oscillating. I've never been inside this before, I don't really understand how it works, but I have ordered a couple of drive belts and I'm going to see if I can get this fixed. The only videos I've seen of these being repaired are for Triton spindle sanders, and it's a slightly different model. It was the one with the belt and the bobbin, but I've been led to believe that it's exactly the same operating mechanism inside, so hopefully this fix should be good. So I'll start breaking this down and I will get back to you when I've got something worth showing you. And I don't know how well you'll be able to see in there, but by the looks of it, there's a bunch of screws that hold this plastic part in place, which looks to be where the mechanism is located. So I'm just going to quickly whip them screws out and see what happens. With those out, that all seems to be free now, and there's just these two little connectors on there to the switch. Pull them off and we should be able to pull that out. Well, that's the mechanism out, and that isn't really what I wanted to see, because it appeared both belts are intact, so that could be an issue. But this one actually, this bottom one, doesn't feel as tight as the other, so just and there we go. It is still intact, but it's the outer bit snapped, so that's released all the tension off it, which means it's not going to be driving as well as it should. So hopefully that is the puppy. So I think this is now just a case of whipping this cap off. Seems to be under spring tension, so I'll be careful with it. Take that off. And I think there's a little plate on here. Seems to be holding the top belt on. Get that off. Don't need that. Does that come off? Oh, easy. Get rid of that second belt. And then hopefully it's just a case of putting this all back together in reverse. And seeing if I can remember how it all goes back together again. It's not actually that complicated. And I think from here on in, everything is just the reverse of disassembly. Okay, so that's the main mechanism back together again. I'll put this back together again off camera because that's pretty straightforward, and we'll see if that's done the trick. Okay, and that's almost back together again. I haven't put all the bolts or anything in. I just want to test it before I do anything else. So, fingers crossed. Bingo. So that all seems to be working fine. So I'm going to put the whole thing back together again and we'll just give it a quick test run. Okay, all fixed and up and running and seemingly as good as new. That, I would say, was probably a 4 out of 10 in terms of complexity. It wasn't that complex, it was fairly straightforward. It was just literally pulling it apart, putting the new belts in and doing the exact opposite, putting it all back together again. The only tricky bit was getting the bolts that hold the actual motor assembly into the housing in place. They're right deep down inside the housing with some very small little areas you've got to get into. So a pair of long forceps were an absolute boon in that situation and helped me out no end. Other than that, it was literally screwdriver. I used a power one. You could just use a normal one if that's what you wanted. So all in all, straightforward fix. It's done the trick. I have my bobbin sander back, which makes me very, very happy. In terms of cost, it was less than £10 for the 2 belts, including delivery. I'll put a link to where I got them from in the description, so if anyone has one of these and is faced with a similar situation, they will know exactly where to get the bits from. I'm going to give a big shout out to Dave Dickens, whose video on fixing the Triton bobbin sander was kind of where I did most of my research for this one. Very, very helpful, Dave, and hopefully between the 2 videos, anyone that needs to fix one of these will know exactly how to do it. So now that I've got this fixed, I've got no excuse not to crack on and get my Mosrite replica neck finished off. So that's going to be the next video. Until then, don't forget to hit that like button if you found this useful and enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.